Some teams arrive with fireworks, others arrive with a marching band, whereas Switzerland, they showed up carrying a toolbox. There was no drama, no noise, no unnecessary flair, just 90 minutes of quietly fixing every problem in front of them. And against Algeria, they built a bridge right into the round of 16 while everyone was busy talking about Brazil, Spain, and Argentina. The Swiss simply kept reminding the football world of one thing: you don't have to be the loudest team to become one of the hardest teams to beat. Hey there, everyone. My name is Joseph, and welcome back to my channel, Joji's 5 Cents. If you haven't done it already, show me some love. Like, subscribe, share, put in your comments, leave your 5 cents in, and I will try to get back to them as soon as possible. And now back to the match which I was talking about: Switzerland versus Algeria. Did you realize that this team was even at this World Cup? They were really quiet in Group B. There was noise everywhere of Vinicius Jr., Kevin De Bruyne, Mohamed Salah, uh, so many names thrown about: Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo. But the Swiss went about business like they didn't even participate at this bloody tournament. They were so quietly ruthless because football has this strange habit. We celebrate chaos, we replay bicycle kicks, 30 yard screamers are on repeat, on loop, last minute winners. But we often forget about the teams that make winning look absolutely ordinary, and that is Switzerland. They are like that student who never says much in class. Then summer walks away with the highest bloody grade every semester. No fuss, just the results. And that's what they are. Algeria, the Desert Foxes, came into this match believing another famous upset was waiting around that corner. This team was built on energy, quick transitions, fearless pressing, and a fan base that travels with enough passion to make almost every stadium feel like home. The Swiss knew exactly what was coming, though. A fast start, an emotional crowd, a team determined to turn the game into a street fight. So, Switzerland did the exact bloody opposite. They slowed everything the F down. The opening 20 minutes felt like a damn chess match, like you were watching the Queen's Gambit on Netflix. Every Algerian attack met two white shirts. Every passing lane disappeared as almost as quickly as it opened. Those red and white shirts, the Swiss were bloody everywhere. It wasn't spectacular, it was just suffocating. Suffocating, I tell you. Imagine trying to download a huge file using airport Wi Fi. That's what Algeria's attack felt like. Nothing flowed, everything bloody stalled. Then the breakthrough: Swiss are known for their bloody patience, and it works so perfectly. That possession from the back, no panic, no hopeful long ball, just pass after pass. Eventually, that opening appeared. I was surprised. I rubbed the sleep out of my eyes and I couldn't believe it. Dan Nduye found space inside the box. How? I don't know. He calmly finished it as well, putting the Swiss in front by 1 goal to nil. No extravagant celebration as well, just quiet belief, exactly the way the Swiss like it. And here's what impressed me the most: the Swiss didn't suddenly become defensive after scoring. No, they did not. A lot of teams would have protected that 1 goal lead like it's made of bloody glass, but the Swiss treated it like a damn foundation stone. Instead of retreating, they kept asking Algeria questions. Could you press us? Could you keep up your shape? Could you stay patient like us? Little by little, those answers seemed to be a big bloody N-O. Algeria weren't poor. They were far from it. They kept fighting. They pressed higher into the other half during half time. They tried switching play more quickly. They looked like the pace needed it more in the wider areas. The wide players went. They were all over the place, the wide players, but every dangerous moment seemed to meet the same end. A Swiss defender arrived first. It was trying to beat a train into a railway crossing, but every single time the bloody barrier came down before you got there. It was really suffocating. Then came the goal that settled everything. A flowing move, quick combinations through the midfield. The ball eventually reached Zeki Amdouni. One touch, one composed finish, and it was 2-0, like a bloody Swiss army knife. Game management became game over. Sometimes football doesn't need magics, it needs bloody precision. And that's what I'm talking about. Here's a statistic that deserves far more attention, though, because Switzerland have quietly become one of the most consistent knockout teams in world football. And this has happened over the last decade. They don't dominate headlines like the others do, but tournament after tournament. And I had to do a lot of research here for this bloody thing because they are always there. They are difficult to beat. They are exceptionally bloody organized, always making the bigger nations work far harder than expected. They're becoming football's equivalent of that damn army knife I was talking about. I'm trying to think of more metaphors here, but it's not the flashiest tool in the box. Yes, you have your gadgets here and there, but somehow you always need the damn thing. You always need one. But let's give some credit to the Desert Foxes too, because they never stopped believing. No, they didn't. Their supporters sang until the very last whistle. And that's one thing beautiful about World Cups, because sometimes, even when your team's losing, your passion still wins. And it goes for the Algerian fans because they reminded themselves why they are the loudest and the proudest nations in international football. Social media, though, had a field day afterwards because some fans sang Switzerland or called Switzerland boring. Others immediately fired back. If boring keeps winning, maybe everyone else should start being boring or try being boring because they honestly got a point here. Because winning 2-0 in a World Cup knockout match isn't bloody boring. It's efficient. Sometimes you don't need loud, you don't need the mess. You just need an efficient way to go about your bloody things. And efficiency wins tournaments sometimes. But the exciting part is Switzerland's reward. A quarterfinal showdown with, I think, the winners of Colombia and Ghana. It's either one of them. But these two teams rarely make headlines, and it could be Switzerland versus Colombia or Switzerland versus Ghana. We'll have to wait and see. But there were no superstars that dominated this billboard. There was no circus, just two incredibly disciplined sides who've shown that they belonged on this stage. Algeria, credit to them. Well done. And this is what exactly produces the biggest surprises, because if Spain's victory was art, Switzerland's was architecture, if I can call it, because every pass had a purpose, every tackle had a reason, every movement looked like it was carefully measured. Some people watch football for fireworks, but the Swiss, they rather built the bloody dots to keep the time. Every gear, every spring, every second, everything perfectly in bloody sync. And when that final whistle blew, it wasn't spectacular, it wasn't chaotic, it was simply just being Swiss. And let me tell you, that's far better. And I wish them all the best in the round of 16. And if you haven't done it already, like, subscribe, share, show me some love. Put in your comments there in the comment section, and I'll look forward to you at the next match. Thank you so much.